every single event that I've had the pleasure to attend. And I want to thank Dalton and Trey for inviting me to be here tonight. My name is Clancy, and I do want to correct one bit of, we'll call it hyperbole, that as I was being introduced tonight. Yes, I do run and have opened a full-service cannabis business law firm. However, I work in a market, in a state, where there is very little market for such firms. So, what do? What you do is you tell your wife 10 different ways, honey, I'm not quitting my day job just yet. I am a criminal defense attorney. I have been involved in the criminal justice system for 25 years here in Dallas. And I'm going to reveal a little something about myself. I'm a Republican. But I'm a Republican against marijuana prohibition. There are a lot of Republicans in this state who stand next to me, shoulder to shoulder, and who oppose marijuana prohibition. So I revealed that about myself, and in the short period of time that I have to speak, I just want to mention a couple of things.
Yeah, for sure.
I did begin my career in the Dallas County District Attorney's Office.
But I'm not super liberal. In fact, I'm physically conservative, but I'm probably more socially liberal.
I prosecuted these cases. I was an elected judge. I presided over the criminal cases for 8 years. I was appointed by the governor to a criminal district bench, and for the last 12 years I've been defending. So I have seen the criminal justice system from every angle possible. And it wasn't lost on me that this war on drugs, this so-called war on drugs, was a farce. It was an absolute farce. It's a failed war. And it's a real simple argument for me anyway, when we start talking about the legalization of marijuana. It's a real simple argument. We can continue to kill people, and Big Pharma can keep dealing these opioids that cause pain and destruction for millions of Americans over the last 2 decades, or we can offer people a safer alternative to the opioids. And this is what America wants. This is what Texans want. And I'm especially proud to announce as a Republican that for the very first time at our state convention just a few months ago in San Antonio, we have a delegate or two here. There were about 10,000 Republican delegates that showed up at this state convention. And for the first time, the Republican Party in Texas got their act together and said, you know what, this ain't working the way that we've been trying to do this. And so we have for the first time on the Republican Party plank 4 pro-cannabis items. One is decriminalization for individuals caught with small amounts. The other is the legalization of hemp as a new industrial crop available to our Texas farmers. 3 is rescheduling marijuana at the federal level, which should have happened 30 years ago. People don't know that the federal laws that were written and the Controlled Substance Act was written in 1970, almost 50 years ago. And it's way past due that marijuana be taken out of a category sitting next to heroin, cocaine, and methamphetamine. And the Republicans are on board with that. And last but not least is the expansion of TCUP and giving this so-called law that we're so happy we passed, and oh, look at us, we're being progressive, but it is a law that simply does not take care of the thousands of Texans who are looking for relief, and they're looking for relief in the form of medical marijuana as an alternative to opioids. So I'm very encouraged about what I'm hearing going into the next legislative session. I want to echo what the first speaker, or at least the first speaker that I arrived and heard, said, and that is, with this legislative session coming, it's important to get to know your representatives, it's important to get to know your senators, it's important to talk to people about these issues, because in Texas, if we don't get it done now, unfortunately we have to wait 2 more years. And our legislature only meets every 2 years. years. So very, very important that we talk about these issues now. Dalton, thank you. Trey, thank you. Talk to your representatives, talk to your senators, and let's get some of these laws passed so that we can loosen up these restrictions that are so prohibitive that this new law, this compassionate use, really, there's not a whole lot of compassion in it. So I'm optimistic, and I think there's a real chance that this is going to happen for us in 2019.
Woo!
Thank you.